State a historic powerhouse. Katie Schumacher-Crawley has them back on that path. Right side, Babcock right away, and a net violation gives the point to the Panthers. Panthers 6-0. Babcock out of Sierra Canyon, which has become a sports powerhouse out in Los Angeles, in the north part of the San Fernando Valley. There is Vasquez Gomez, decided to come back for yet another season, a 6th year. Serving is going to be an incredibly impactful part of this game. Outside, Stafford, Doug. And second net violation.
Again, it's that aggressive blocking play that you want to do right now. You know, this has got over 11,000 people here. Top team they're playing. Pressing over a little too much on that and catching the net high. So
maybe the nerves playing a role in those net violations. That'll keep Vasquez Gomez at the line, the Puerto Rican native. And an ace.
Here's the thing, Kevin. When we talked to Penn State's head coach, Katie Schumacher-Crawley, she said, look, Kentucky, we were down 0-2. They did win in the reverse sweep, but they cannot come out slow here tonight against Pitt. They need to come out strong right away. These first few points, got to nip it in the bud.
Pitt, 6 matches. They have never had fewer than 5 aces in any match. They already have 1 here. That ball into the middle, touched up. Another good opportunity for the Panthers. Babcock right side. Merzik, you're going to see a ton of her, number 9 in white. Longest rally thus far. Babcock trying to end it, and she does.
And that's the thing, when you've got Stafford and Babcock for Pitt up right now, they are going back and forth. The middle blocker right now, Mendelson for Penn State, she's got to keep those eyes going. It's tough to know which way to go because both of these people need full attention and definitely a double block up.
Olivia Babcock, more than 5 points per set. Been in the USA gym over this last summer, the USA A-team gym, and there's a right side kill for Caroline Juravicius, the Nebraska transfer, originally out of Cleveland, Ohio. There's a look at Katie Schumacher-Crawley, took over Penn State, her alma mater. 1,300 kills as a player. Has her team back at number 3. Bad pass for the Panthers. Stafford into the block, stop for the moment. Where do you go? Free ball. Backslide is wide.
And that's what Pitt will do. Not a great play out of system, but they made do. Stafford going into the block and giving themselves another chance. We call it recycling the ball. The nice soft touch into the block.
Dan Fisher, you see last season they reached the NCAA semifinal. That's been true 3 years in a row for Fisher and the Panthers. Kat Flood subs in number 3, the regular serving sub for the Panthers. Wilmette, Illinois native, drives them deep. Merzik, forced to tip. A little bit inside, a kill for Stafford.
And I'm going to say this rotation right now, again, with Stafford and Babcock up. For Penn State, those middles, it's tough to know. You've got to just make a decision, make a lean of which way you're going to go to try to get 2 up.
The California kids doing damage early. 6-1, the quick start for Pitt. The crowd is happy. We are primed. We'll see if Penn State can respond.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
It's Hall of Fame linebacker Brian Urlacher. I've made a lot of big hits in my career, but there's only one man who can tackle the problems facing our nation. President Trump will make America affordable again. So please join me in supporting President Trump. America needs him right now more than ever.
Explain yourself.
You said we should make trying the new Boost Mobile risky.
No, risk-free. Make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free.
Oh, then we shouldn't use snakes at all. Ooh. We should just make a 30-day money-back guarantee. That way, switching from Verizon or AT&T is a no-brainer. People can try our brand new nationwide 5G network. No risk whatsoever. Just look at this phone. It's so good.
It's been wonderful working with you.
Yeah.
I feel like you only come over here because I have the NFL on CBS streaming live on Paramount Plus.
I don't even know what that is.
You're wearing a #1 fan shirt.
This is not even mine.
Okay, can we just spend some quality time together?
Yeah.
Home crowd getting exactly what they wanted. A quick start for the #1 Pitt Panthers at home. Just the second time that they've been at home this season. They have been on the road. Peterson Events Center. It's a nice place to come back to.
Sure is.
Positively beautiful building, and they love volleyball here in Pittsburgh. Flood still at the line, 6-1 open. Outside Merzic, she's gonna have to have a big night, and she delivers there. Jess Merzic transferred from Michigan after 3 years, all Big Ten first team, and she's been a huge addition for the Nittany Lions.
She certainly has. She plays 6 rotations, meaning she doesn't come off the court, and you can see why with that last hit. She's very offensive, but also in the passing game for their serve receive, one of those players they can count on.
Pro aspirations after her career concludes, but lots of work to do between now and Christmas. Serve Stafford. Babcock. Good block from Penn State to begin. Stafford again, this time off the block and down.
So before we're getting a little too close to the Penn State block and getting the net, that one not close enough, and that went right down in front of both Penn State players. They're not getting enough press on that block. Good coverage and opportunity there for Penn State, but again, giving Pitt another opportunity is not what you want to do.
A nasty serve from Babcock, and a nasty response there as well. Cameron Hanna collects her first kill.
Well, I think you and I discussed for the last couple days, how are they going to handle Babcock's wicked topspin serve, but right there, nailed the pass, beautiful set to the outside, and Cameron Hanna puts it away.
And a transfer from Clemson. Another transfer from Nebraska, Mendelson at the line. Hearing it from the crowd every time they touch the ball, the Penn State Lions. These are the big lights, and the lights are only getting bigger in the sport. More people, bigger crowds. Stafford trying to serve deep, goes a little bit too long.
A little long, but love how Penn State, all 3 players you saw following that ball to the very end line.
If there's one space for gain for Stafford, I would think inside of this season it would be serving. Just 2 aces on the year.
Definitely one of the areas, not a lot of, she's so good in all of them, but I agree. Yeah, can bring that up, get a little bit tougher from the line.
Back row, nice defense from Penn State. Left side, Hanna can't put that one away. Vasquez Gomez blocked but out of bounds. Penn State looking for a touch, did not get it. 9-4.
Given a few stare downs here to the ref, thinking that was the wrong call, but how will they respond?
I've never seen a stare down get a call reversed.
It's true. I tried many.
Mallory Meyer into serve. Nice kill in the middle, and that's what they want to do.
That's what they want to do. Right. Set that middle early, get it going.
Now you notice a couple of libero jerseys on the floor. You can actually swap liberos whenever you'd like. Only one of them can serve. You could actually play 2. You can rotate them in and out. Overhead. Babcock out of the back row. Penn State, a lot of good touches on the block early. Can they convert? No. Beautiful dig down the line. That ball inside the block and down.
And a set from Bree Kelly, the middle blocker. Alert and ready for that quick dig. She was ready with a nice controlled lift for Stafford. And right now, this is what's happening. Penn State is getting some good plays and chances, but Pitt is really just capitalizing even more on those opportunities and putting it down.
Rachel Fairbanks, the senior setter out of Tustin, California, to the line. Bad pass, well off the net. Merzic has to chip it. And it goes inside the block. A break. And Penn State back in touch.
Well, I like that. Out of system set coming up for Merzic. from behind. Those are not easy when you're trying to take that from the back row. Good decision. Slow that one down and tools the block.
Jillian Grimes again working on Stafford. Can't get underneath that one. So we saw some setting. Now we get some offense from Bree Kelly, who was missed sorely last year after suffering a nasty ankle injury early in the season.
That's right, and she was able to redshirt last year, so she'll have another year to play.
Vasquez Gomez, they scored a couple last time she was at the line. Middle attack, dug up. Too tight to the net. Doubles, gone.
Your favorite.
Yeah, it's out of here. And for good reason. There's a block by the Panthers. They extend their lead, doubled up, +6.
It seems right now, just from watching here, Penn State a little hesitant, in my opinion, on some of these plays. Not going for it, but just not like they've usually been doing. Maybe a little nerves, like I said. This is, not their home court.
Different level of competition than they had over the weekend, too. The up and down of that pre-conference schedule. That ball tipped. Cannot find the floor. Another dig. Click up. Stafford puts it away.
I mean, Pitt right now, again, getting those second opportunities, and they're putting them away, and they're not like straight down clean kills. They are doing a nice job. Stafford staying aggressive, attacking the high hands of Penn State's block, trying to take the blockers out of the game.
They're going to need to take the crowd out of the game here. Merzick tips. That's not going to go down right now against the Panthers. Babcock corrects again.
And that one even looked a little bit high, like it could have gone out of bounds, but she doesn't miss a lot, so you really got to take that chance. Get those hands up for Penn State strong and get that dig. That was a missed opportunity right there for Penn State to get this dig. Good positioning, ready, just a little late with those hands up.
Second 4-0 run of the set. Much of the damage done with Vasquez Gomez at the line. Oh, she misses.
I think right now for Penn State, it's take a deep breath. We got this. We know how to play. Have a few blips here in the road, but we got to steady out and play our game.
Faldudo. Their plan is to serve Stafford. She's gotten almost every ball. Merzick tight. Klicka dug again. A lot of overhead defense from the Panthers. And finally a block. There's one for Maggie Mendelson.
And you can see Mendelson is fired up after that one. There we go, the wall. There's the Penn State fans. I saw on Twitter they were to wear white. So they're in the white out, and we got Pitt in all gold, which I think is kind of overtaking the white shirts here.
First score on their own service from Penn State there. Response, more Babcock. Won all the awards in 2023, National ACC Freshman of the Year, both a Pitt first. First team ACC, first team All-American. What a performance from the freshmen. Spent time with the USA in the gym prior to the Olympic Games.
I mean, what an experience to play at that level. Get those repetitions all summer long, be surrounded by the top athletes in the country.
Yeah, she's on that path to be starting opposite come Los Angeles. Overpass generated by Cat Flood. Overpass again. Redirect is good. Redirect from the freshman Ryla Jones, who stepped into a hugely important role for a top team in the nation.
She really stood out. Coach Fisher said it stood out early in practices. Really strong arm in front of the setter. And again,
next Thursday, our ACC women's soccer match features now #2 Florida State, the defending national champs, squaring off against Clemson. At Seminole Soccer Complex in Tallahassee, the Noles, where they've won 7 of 8 dating against the Tigers dating back to 2019. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern right here on the ACC Network and ESPN app. A look at Dan Fisher, a setter during his playing days. He has built something special here in Pittsburgh. 3 straight years of going to the Final Four, multiple ACC titles. The Santa Barbara native rose the coaching ranks first on the men's side at his alma mater, UOP, then onto the women's side. National titles at Concordia. An incredible record there, and now 139 victories in the last 5 years. That's over 800.
Making his way across the country coaching, and what a program he has built here. Again, as we mentioned, they have some California, 3 of them starting on the court here for Pitt, and being able to draw talent from all over the country, but really done such a nice job here at Pitt. And I know they're just wanting that victory at those semifinals for that national championship after being there, like you said, 3 years in a row. And such a great program that Vasquez, Gomez, and Flood wanted to stay. They could have gone somewhere else for that final year, the grad year, but they wanted to stay here and be a part of this program for what they've been building the last years.
Yeah, Kat Flood, their number 3, known around campus as the girl with the 2-color hair. That's a good branding move for sure.
I agree. They said she's got the most friends all around campus. The most fan favorite here.
The most aura.
Aura, and as they say nowadays, the most riz.
What color is that aura? What's the right color? I don't know. Backslide out of the timeout, blocked, popped up. I like that these scramble plays are no longer called. Keep the gameplay going. Dump, put down, and away. Izzy Stark, speaking of impactful freshmen.
That's right, coming in, running this offense. And you know, I think over the years, we talk about freshmen that are making impact, and the level at the junior level is increasing so much, and the coaching that they're getting, they're able to come in and step in and make such an impact at these top programs right away.
Family moved to Florida. Originally Colorado Springs product, Rampart High School. That ball is set into the middle and killed by the Pitt Panthers. Everything clicking for the number 1 side here in set 1. Babcock at the line. Get a load of this. This is unique. Usually.
Yeah, she's hitting the last one and that one in the bottom of the net. So really got to get a nice high reach on it. And you know, when you're doing that, take a little bit off, get back to the line, get in your groove, and as you start getting a little more confidence back there as the game goes on, then a little more pace on it.
Quinn Menger into serve. Lefty. Again working on Stafford. Pitt offense out of sync there. Into the middle goes Penn State, kill for Trammell. They're executing their game plan even though they're down here in the first.
They are, and that's the thing. Against Kentucky, down 0-2, we asked Merzik, what was the change there? And she said, we stayed calm. We didn't let them close the door on us in 3. We saw the chance, and we were able to pull it out.
Senior DS. Menger continues. High over the top into the corner is good.
Well, they can keep serving Stafford all they want, but here's the thing, Kevin. She's already passing like in the 95 percentile there, meaning almost 100% going to get a good pass from her. But they're wanting to put some more pressure on her, so when she goes to hit, taking her out a little bit, but not quite working.
Dylan Griffin comes in to serve out of Foothill Ranch, California. All ACC academic the last couple of years. Looking for an ace. A couple of lefty serving subs. A little bit early was Cameron Hanna. Totally out of sync, Penn State. Can Pitt make them pay? Not yet. It was just a matter of who could get in sync first. Pitt and Ryla Jones with the kill.
Well, and credit to Rachel Fairbanks, Pitt setter. She is, some of those sets where we are looking like they're going over, she is getting there just in time to keep it alive.
Well, Ava Faldudo is in there in the back row. Not ready to hit a D-ball.
No, she's not. A little miscommunication going here on the side of Penn State.
Tough service, and it's a second ace of this first set. Fortunately for Penn State, the structure of volleyball is such that we're going back to 0 in perhaps 5 more points. Merzik in the middle. She got the last one. She'll get this one as well. Hannah is stuffed.
Right now, Penn State just not finding the answer in this first set. That was a nice pass by Merzik. Good correction from before. But Pitt is right there. As you could see, the pass was close to this pin. Penn State keeping in front, which made it easy for the Pitt block to just take a step over.
3-4-0 runs have Penn State trailing by 10. That ball was looking like it was coming down on the back line. Running Merzik all the way around didn't work. Babcock missed long, though that'll help. So here's what I wonder, Nicole Branna, Olympian. Can you win just at the pins? 402 attempts by the starting pins of Dan Fisher coming into this match. The starting middles, just 84.
I think it would be hard to go all season long with having your pins being relied on that much and then trying to get into the postseason all the way. So I think you're going to need to get that middles going a little bit more there, get some attempts taken off the pins, even though they're the best and handling it just fine. It's early in the season. We got a long season ahead with some tough competition. And as Coach Fisher said, they want that championship. So I think getting those middles more involved in the offense would be helpful.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Touch called at the net after the ace by Stark. Some good plays by Penn State later here in this set. We'll see what happens when they reset to 0. It looks like this set is mostly gone at 22-13.
And that's the thing for Penn State right now. Let's get some momentum going, okay? If you're not going to win this set, making that comeback, get some plays, calm down a little, and get back to your volleyball and just wipe it clean, and then you start over set number 2. Not saying they can't make a comeback. It's possible, but try to make this 1 point at a time.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a team go from 90% winning to losing the game. That would be the Eagles this last week. So anything's possible, I suppose.
You're still not over that yet.
Well, I'm going to trust that Katie Schumacher-Crawley's a little better than Nick Sirianni. That ball is touched, and Penn State gets the point. Back to serve now. Cameron Hanna out of Lansing, Illinois, another hotbed of talent for the sport of women's volleyball historically. Originally went to Clemson, 2 seasons there. Comes in, averaging almost 3.5 kills per set. She'll be an important part of a Penn State comeback here tonight. Vasquez Gomez, perfect pass. She'll get it back and drill it way long off the defense.
I mean, right now for Pitt, no matter where the set goes, they are putting it away. Every single player in Fairbanks is just doing a nice delivery with those sets, dialing it up perfectly for her hitters.
Fairbanks to the back row and the service line. First team All-American ACC setter of the year. Middle attack again, this time touch. Clicker runs it down. Second contact, rules are loosened, and that ball finds the ground on the second attack. Looks a little crisper than we saw it this morning in practice to Trammell.
Yes, it does. We saw a few watching them, not great connections, kind of more tips or paintbrushes, but right now looks like they ironed it out and going well.
23-15, the crowd's still very much in it. Ball way off the net. Tip is covered by Merzik. Right side, missed contact. Was there a touch? No. Calling for a challenge.
Sometimes the players will look to the coach to really try to get that challenge, and they're the ones even closer.
Well, our coach had a pretty good view of that.
Yeah.
That was the replay view.
Sometimes I wanted it to be a touch too, and I missed.
Set point. Best rotation for Pitt so far in the match. Merzik. Stuffed. Babcock wins the battle. Pitt takes set 1. Head and sweep Nebraska.
No big deal.
No, just a little thing.
Just, you know, one of the other powerhouses that we're very familiar with.
That ball stays in play just barely. Babcock, a little roll shot. Worked on her beach game. They get a piece of Hannah, who pokes it back over. So Babcock right side, full head of steam, and that means point Panthers.
So Penn State, again, getting a hand on these balls when they're hitting them, but they're not positive deflections, as we would call, meaning that Penn State's not able to cover them. They are flying high to the sidelines. And again, Pitt coming in aggressive with a swing, quick arms, is really helping get the piece of the block that's not there set.
So if you're Penn State, where do you look right now for a little bit of hope, a little bit of positive momentum?
I think they need to pick up the serving game, try to get them in a little bit more trouble so they get Pitt out of system and be able to set those blocks up, try to slow things down.
All right, more clean side outs will probably help too, like that one. First ball side out. And FBSO. First tie of the entire match, says Statsman John. I like it. It was a wire-to-wire victory for Pitt in the first as they jumped out big, 6-1 and 12-6 over Katie Schumacher-Crawley's Penn State Nittany Lions. Have to admire what she has done over the last couple of seasons with this Penn State team, returning it to prominence. Toughest rotation here for Pitt so far. They've got a lot of point production. Outside, blocked and covered. Back again. Stafford through and down.
And I don't think we've talked enough about Emily Klicka right there in the blue jersey, the libero. She is the key defender here and a big part of why Pitt has been so successful. In my opinion, one of the best liberos in the country, but keeping this ball alive with the coverage. Look at that save, giving Fairbanks another opportunity, and for Stafford to go up and attack that seam.
Klicka, honorable mention All-American last season. That ball finds the back line. Klicka, part of those senior leaders that are here. Originally out of Novelty, Ohio. Softball and volleyball star back in our high school prep days. Now a huge part of this national powerhouse. Overhead, quick one to Babcock is dug. That one into the middle. Did they get a touch? Indeed they did. Bree Kelly with the kill.
Bree Kelly doing a nice job coming in aggressive with that arm back, looking like she's gonna crank it, but finds the open spot with a soft shot right here. Sees it open and just kind of power pokes it down to the sideline.
Getting a piece of Jaravicious there on the block. Kelly to the bench, into serve, Cat Flood. Outside move, better block that time. Count it, Ryla Jones.
Again, Pitt doing such a nice job getting those hands over and pressing so strong. Great placement and setup for their block. They are not leaving any open seams there for Penn State to attack.
Jones last week, 7 blocks over USC. Absolute shutdown middle. Right side. And a lot of the offense now going to Cameron Hannah.
And that set a little bit off the net, but I didn't mind it. She did a nice job waiting, coming in and turning her thumb down, kind of attack that line.
Hannah now 9 attempts, 2 kills. Merzik with 10 and 2 kills. Both hitters certainly capable of going on a tear. Overhead, Babcock. Thumb down, wrist away, and out. Penn State much steadier here, 5-4.
Babcock kind of off to a little slow start, hitting 188. So not her usual. She's been hitting up 350 and above the last few matches.
Now she gets another shot here, and that will be good. She, when everything is perfect, seems unstoppable.
That's right, she does. That one was a perfect pass, perfect set, comes in. It's those out-of-system balls that she's having a little bit more trouble with. Like to see her, you know, maybe going and tooling the block. She missed that one line. I liked that attack, though, going down the line. Just barely missed it.
Just ranked number 43 by Prep Volleyball coming out. I saw her early in the season. You knew right away that was completely wrong. Nice job, rankings. There's another kill for Taylor Trammell, who continues her excellent production early, now 4 for 6.
Another player, Trammell for Penn State, that we just saw, wanted to come back. Wanted to come back and play and be with the other seniors this year. Really working well with Izzy Stark, the new freshman setter.
That ball is well long.
And you know, Penn State has a very strong block, so with those missed serves, not giving themselves a chance to get that block up and try to score some points.
That ball long set to the right side to Jared Vicious, and Penn State pretty excited about number 14.
Absolutely. We were watching her earlier, and you and I kind of looked at each other like, oh, wow, okay. Really like her strong attack coming in. She was flying high on that one. Comes in thumb down off Pitt's block. Pitt block not quite turned in enough and able to tool.
That ball a little too tight, looking for the touch, not getting it. Vasquez Gomez. All right, 7-7, more the match we expected.
That's right, and here's what Penn State needed. Get a few plays, calm down a little bit, take a deep breath.
They've shunted the crowd a bit as well. Vasquez Gomez flat and too long.
And if Penn State knows anything about a crowd, they are a very tough gym to play in themselves with their rowdy fans. So I'm sure they know what that's like.
First lead for the Nittany Lions. Valdudo continues to serve. Good pass that time. Babcock back row winner.
Have you heard about hang time? Do you know what that is?
Yes, I remember.
All right, we just saw a few seconds of it right there. Coming in from the back row, can't cross that front line, and Babcock a little early, just takes a little time in the air to decide.
Cleared for takeoff, number 5, runway southwest, Babcock, flight 102.
Yeah, something like that.
All clear.
All right, another opportunity here. Down ball, Babcock handles it. Back row, Stafford this time, blocked. Vasquez Gomez stuffed. But Penn State's doing some good work at the net, just not putting him away, but generating the error.
Doing a much better job. Pitt, again, getting those same chances right now, but Penn State getting the block over there, putting some pressure with a double block on the pin there for Vasquez Gomez.
Schumacher, Cawley's team doing a good job of frustrating the opponent. You see that 154, the opponent hitting percentage. Second in the Big Ten for now. Pitt's been holding teams to 103. We'll see who can hit higher as this match moves on. 9-9, set 2. It was a sprint for Pitt in set 1 that established the tone. Penn State recovered late, but there was too much damage. 25-15 was the final. Third tie now this second set. Well off the net, beautifully done, but blocked again. That is a big block up front.
It sure is, and when the pass is out of system, you can tell going to the outside right there on that one. So Pitt, Bree Kelly able to leave early and set this block up. Look at that. You can see Babcock's right hand just kind of pressed over going down. It's not going by there.
Kelly and Babcock going to give outside hitters a nightmare all year long. Merzik right side back row. That'll be playable. Klicka has to go underhand. Filling the corner, Olivia Babcock. She's heating up.
She really is, and not only are we seeing those sharp, straight down shots that we've seen from her so far in this non-conference play, but she is painting the floor from the deep part as well, using it all.
Tough serve again, Penn State off the net. Hannah takes an aggressive swing and puts it away.
And you know, Hannah got blocked before straight down. Some players might come out and tip the next play, but she's not. Staying aggressive, going up and attacking the block still.
We were talking to the staff about the interesting arm swing of Cameron Hannah and its effects.
Yeah, she kind of leans back a little bit when she's hitting, like floating back, not going forward through the ball. I think we get a little bit more power if you come in through it a little bit more for her swing.
Megan Hodge-Easy, another addition to the staff there for Katie Schumacher-Crawley. An expert staff there. She is the Olympian, former national team standout, as well as Penn State legend, as an ace serve is issued. First of the second set for Pitt, third overall. That one fell off a shelf. 13-10, Pitt looking to extend. This rotation has just been deadly. Not this time, though. Off a click and out of bounds. Kill from Hannah.
You can see Hannah telling her to make a good job. Nice pass on that. Right here, good weight on the approach, fast tempo. You kind of see when Hannah hits, keep an eye on the next one. Her arm is back, kind of behind her head, and it's hard to read. And that's what the coaches were saying, too, that she's kind of a hard-to-read player, so giving people trouble at times on the block.
Stafford's been giving people trouble all season long. Her number's off in the last couple of matches, but it seems like if number 4 is off, number 5 picks them up. If number 5 is off, 4 picks them up.
And this one going directly through that block, the seam in between Penn State's players. You can see not closing the block. Don't want to give her any room or she'll find it.
Stafford, look at that, 4.5 kills per set. 356 is legendary at the outside. She can maintain that all season. That's going to be All-American first team. Beautiful dig that time by Grimes. But another block. Both middles closing and winning. Ryla Jones again. 15-11. So just when it seemed that Penn State was in it, the Pitt Panthers crawled out of their den and scratched them back.
There's a place where dreams meet determination, and every challenge is an opportunity for success. The ACC isn't just a conference, it's a way of life, where every victory is earned, and every achievement forges our legacy. Together, we will show the world what we're made of,
it is just incredible,
and define greatness for generations to come. We are the ACC. Accomplish greatness.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Time is luxury. Who you spend it with, what you spend it doing. Why we spend so much time designing and refining, creating the control and the feel that defines electric performance. To make the time you spend behind the wheel of a Polestar the best time of your day. Book a test drive at polestar.com.
Number 1 Pitt Panthers up 1-0 over number 3 Penn State and making a move here in the second. And despite all the success they've had in the last 5 years, head coach Dan Fisher of Pitt shifted his focus to the team culture and trying to nip some stuff in the bud.
That's right. He talked about the championship DNA that they have, covering every aspect of the game, the program, what we can do better, stats-wise, what are we good at, and also not only that, but what are other teams doing? Like, what's working for another team, and could we try that here? He has about 4 meetings a year that are kind of like bigger meetings. He actually mentioned another legendary coach, Mike Hebert, did that. He got that idea from him. Mike Hebert was instrumental in getting Dan Fisher here, so that's pretty cool, my old coach. But to check in with the team, again, not only what's going on the court, but off the court. And another fun thing he talked about was the Operation Selfish and Operation Selfless. Kind of a tongue twister there.
Okay.
But so how am I going to be selfish? What am I going to take care of on my game, my personal life, whatever it is, mental health? And then what am I going to do to be selfless? So I loved that because I do think that you really need to sometimes just not always think about everyone else, which we tend to do, but also how can I take care of me in this moment? what am I going to do on the flip side as well? So a good combo and balance.
Yeah, there's some things you need, and there's some things the team needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think if we ignore what we need, which some of us do at times, then we can go down. So it's a good balance. I like that.
Things looking up for Pitt right now, hitting 370, and another kill there on the outside from Tori Stafford, holding Penn State right now to a 154 mark at that timeout. Here comes Babcock. She's missed a couple of times now. But generally, Babcock, with that powerful jump serve, fairly consistent.
She has been. I saw against Oregon, she had about 3-4 aces in a row. And again, I think right now hitting the bottom of the tape. So go back there, take a little off of it. She's got a good hand on the ball. Just start getting the hand on the ball and try to move it around to different areas of the court.
12
Still
aces.
can give people trouble.
12 aces on 8 errors coming in with that jumper. And something that a lot of people don't have in their gym. Stafford this time slowed by the block. Penn State needs to convert. Right side, Juravicius does just that. Caroline Juravicius, you might recognize that last name. Dad Joe, wide receiver at Penn State, and then 10 years in the NFL and a Super Bowl. A tremendous wide receiver. And both of his girls have cut their own path through the world of volleyball.
Actually, Juravicius started at Nebraska. Coach Schumacher-Cauley said, we didn't get her the first time, but the second time around, we were happy to get her and been a big impact for this team. Saw her in the portal and just called her right up immediately.
Near full free agency happening these days in women's volleyball. And this is something that Fairbanks is not afraid to do. She will get involved offensively.
She wanted a little piece of that action there.
Both teams going to their regular serving subs. Dylan Griffin back in. Looking deep line, that might have been out. Right side off the block again. That's the second for Juravicius in this set.
And again, you're right. That looked a little bit high. Took it high hands. Could have been out, but Juravicius took care of it, keeping Penn State within 2.
Juravicius coming off a nice weekend, getting 5 blocks against St. John's and hitting .909 with 10 kills. Baldudo. Babcock. Another good touch from the PSU block. And another conversion.
I like that. We didn't see any off speeds from Penn State really in that first set. So I really like coming in, setting that, establishing it with the hard hits. Merzic coming in strong, finding the open court there, catching Pitt a little off guard. We haven't seen much fall down on the side of Pitt.
5-2 out of the technical timeout in favor of Penn State has Pitt calling their first timeout of this second set. Here's our Week 4 ACC Network football lineup. It begins Saturday at noon Eastern with a 3-0 North Carolina hosting James Madison. Then Virginia Tech hosts Rutgers and will cap your night with Boston College and Michigan State at 8. 3-0 Pitt will also host Youngstown State at 3:30 Eastern on ACC Network Extra and ESPN+. We have your entire fall planned. Fans here are going to enjoy some Pitt volleyball, some Pitt football. They're going to enjoy some Steelers. So much going on in this town.
I could see you in that blue furry coat there.
Well, we were chatting a little bit about why players have started to come to this program and how Dan Fisher has built this program. Part of it might be that Panther looks cool.
You said it's all about the logo.
The colors
That's right.
are good,
It is
man.
good colors. But walking around campus, I mean, there's so many updates going on around here. Amazing. Like, they've put so much into this campus. It's an amazing school. Why not go somewhere different? Like we mentioned, 3 Cali kids. Why not go try somewhere else? You can always go back to California after if you want. But why not have this experience and, again, be part of this awesome program?
How about that? Just 4 losses at home over the last few years. That ball popped very high. Free ball coming. Pitt offense. Full tilt. All cylinders. And just out of bounds, will we see our first challenge? Nicole Brenna, I think referee Nicole Brenna.
I'm giving it an in from here. I'm pretty close. Looked like it.
Yeah. All right, our first challenge of this match comes in set number 2. A pivotal moment here. Originally scored 18-16 in favor of Pitt, and the ball ruled out of bounds. Penn State looking for the ball to have been incorrectly ruled out. All right, Nicole Brenna, what say you?
Well, I am over here kind of close to it. It looked like in to me, so I guess I don't need my eyes checked after all.
I don't think we need a magnifying glass for that one. But we have one for you anyway. There you are, like grandma at the
all
Sizzler.
All it has to do is touch one little part of that white line.
That ball is definitely in. Terrific work by our crew.
And if Penn State wins the challenge, then you would keep
original
the challenge.
Call stands.
I don't know, from that angle, is it out? And she said the call is out. So from one angle it looks in, from the other angle it looks out.
Okay, I guess I do need to keep that eye appointment.
All right, yep. This just in, Nicole Brenna struggling. Our crew will zoom in with this camera, which I really like. Nicole, is that in or out?
Tough to say. It looks like
they need some irrefutable evidence. Well, you at home can decide and argue amongst yourselves. Regardless, here it's going to remain 18-16, Pitt over Penn State. Katie Schumacher-Cawley has her opinion. The Chicago legend went into the Chicagoland Hall of Fame alongside Gail Sayers. Come on, man. I wonder how she is in the mud. Can she sprint in the mud as well as Gail could? No. There's a couple of ways to build a program. There's just one transfer on the Pitt side. That is not how Penn State has been built. They have taken advantage of the portal.
They certainly have, and when Coach took over the program, she had 6 players. They're talking in that spring, they couldn't even do a 6-on-6. They couldn't play any other teams, really. They didn't have enough in the positions, so she really had to go build this team back up and go to the portal, get some of those players with experience that have been looking for a change. And she's done a nice job.
Another tough serve, handled well. Outside, Hannah, no. Did they go back to her? No, this time right side. Looking for the touch. That's kind of that split offense. Mendelssohn attacking at the pin, and it's long. 2017. Pitt holds, service, and the lead. Fairbanks, 5 aces on the season. Tough one there down the line. Make it 6.
What a serve. She just looked at that spot at Jillian Grimes there and served it right at her. No disguising it. Low over the net with some heat. Really got to take a step there to the line. You can see Grimes now lining up again. Just got out of control, and a good call for Penn State on the timeout as they've been going back and forth, even had a lead. Really don't want this one to slip away.
Service pressure for Pitt continues to play an outsized role. Now 4 aces. Remember, they've never had fewer than 5 in any match this season. They played 6 times. They're undefeated. They've won every set, including the first here. A look at Rachel Fairbanks. She leads in assists, digs. She had 933 assists last year to go with 190 digs. If you're Fisher and you're searching for something, your team's playing fairly well, got pushed from Penn State, came back and pushed right back. What are you saying to your team?
I think right now they're playing steady. They're playing their game. They're all focused. It seems like they're all aligned right now on the same page. So keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, more of the same.
I think the first set we saw a lot more of those little small plays happening than we have in the second set, where Penn State kind of kept it, and by that Coach Dan Fisher said they want to be the best at small ball, which to him is the jousting at the net, winning the battles, the deflections off the block, all the little plays,
from Klicka.
the coverages, all the little plays that
right.
add up and give you those opportunities.
Well, they're winning the big categories too here. 4-1 in aces, 6-1 in blocks. Opposite corner for this serve. 3 up on the block. No cover. Sorry, 2 up on that. Good job by Pitt, but not enough. Another middle kill. And Penn State continues to have a shot here in the second. 3 hitters across the front row now for the Pitt Panthers. Jillian Grimes out of Illinois back to serve. Nazareth Academy. Middle attack is also working. Bree Kelly.
Julian Grimes, who just served, she has 10 aces for Penn State. So again, bringing some heat from the line. Pitt wants to get out of this one and not give her another chance. Bree Kelly really doing a nice job offensively.
I mentioned there's only 1 transfer on the roster, and that is number 21, Bree Kelly. A couple seasons at Florida before joining Pitt. That now ancient history. Right side, Babcock. Hands out into the crowd.
That set a little bit more inside, not as much to the pin, but Babcock taking a step there at the last minute, keeping the ball on her right shoulder, and she's able to do whatever she wants up there.
5-1 run, and look who's at the line. Vasquez Gomez. What a rotation for the Panthers. It's going to be a long look in volleymetrics at this rotation for all their upcoming opponents. Merzik finally gets killed down the right side.
And I think Penn State, they need to get her going a little bit more. Merzik, she's one of their heavy hitters, produces a lot, brings a lot of fire and offensive weapons. She's in the back row right now, so I say even in the back row, let's get her going.
That's just her 5th. She's hitting around 250. Tori Stafford collects another. Stafford now in double figures. Set point number 1 for Pitt. The Nittany Lion tried to take their den here in the second. The Panthers so far have removed them.
They certainly have, making it very hard for Penn State to keep that lead.
Flood on to close. Like Rick Sutcliffe. Nearly had the ace. The middle will do it.
Playing very well.
Tough. All right, Merzik at the line. Here we go, set 3. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympian Nicole Branna. Wondering if this is going to end with the brooms. Middle back, Merzik not able to get a hold of it. A little out of rhythm. Ball is super tight, but saved. Pitt's been scrambling. Been winning a lot of those little plays. Klicka, no call there. You don't get those doubles anymore. Nice stab up in the back row. Feldudo. And that ball will finally find its way onto the Penn State side. That was too many touches. A little bit of a late whistle.
That rule yet.
The crowd knew, hey, Penn State and Pitt are 2 good volleyball environments. The crowd knew right away something was wrong.
And that's the thing right here. Penn State got a free ball. Didn't put it away, gave Pitt another chance. I think that's been the theme that we've seen since point number 1.
Rotation of death here for the Panthers. Can they keep scoring? That might be big for Penn State.
That is big. Again, setting that middle, getting it going. Right there, Pitt block, not pressing over the net. Maggie Mendelson able to sneak it through in front of the block. You can see how far on that angle the Pitt blockers are, and she's able to sneak it by.
Mendelson just 2 kills, 4 for Trammell. That does not fit the plan for Penn State. And unfortunately for them, 5 for 5 are how the numbers look for Bree Kelly. She is 5 by 5 on the approach.
Well, as we mentioned before, Pitt heavy on the attempts to the outsides, but they're trying to catch up here on this set by getting those middles going, and it certainly is working well.
Kat Flood on again. Still looking for her first ace. Maybe it's the 5th for the team, continuing that trend. She goes short, and there it is. Number 5.
And a Tough serve doesn't mean you go back there and rip it as hard as you can. That is a tough serve too. The placement on the court, that one just dying right in front of Penn State. Not able to see that kind of drop, just a little bit too late.
Again, short, this one brought up and put away in the middle by Trammell. 5th kill for Trammell.
Trammell working on different tempos with their new freshman setter, Izzy Stark, as we mentioned. Trying to get that offensive rhythm with her going.
Front row, Trammell, Hannah, and Jaravicius. Could be a scoring rotation for Penn State. But they continue to struggle with the offense of Pitt, who's hitting near 500 as a team. Can Babcock get the jumper going? Long. That toss didn't look like it had much top spin on it.
Not too much, but not in the bottom of the net, so made an adjustment. Now we're going a little long. Like I said before, Pitt's doing a nice job on defense, so she can just keep it in. Again, doesn't have to be the hardest jump serve, but keep it in and give yourself a chance. They could keep scoring in that rotation with her at the line.
Fast to the outside, dug up by the Nittany Lions. Jaravicius is stuck. Boy, it seems like every time something starts to happen, the Penn State Nittany Lions find the Pitt block.
Well,
7 stuffs.
Tough one there. Coverage right in front of Jaravicius. All they can do is set her no approach. Didn't get back off the net to give herself an approach to come in, and Pitt able to, again, set up a huge wall there on the block.
(5-3). Referees get everything right. Stafford. Merzick looking for something. Klicka underneath it. Right side. Jaravicius is stuffed again.
And again, looks like Jaravicius coming in, trying to turn it down the line, but Pitt's block outside. Vasquez Gomez doing a nice job with that left hand, cutting it off down the line, and it's just going straight down. Back to back.
That big swing block technique, something that's been ported over into the game. Men's first, women's second. Everyone doing it now. Merzick not able to get a swing there. Back row, Stafford with a winner. 7-3, timeout time?
I think so, as Pitt's proving they are just playing some clean volleyball, finding it and putting it down. That block you can see, open seam down the middle of the block, wide open for Stafford to attack.
You never want to give your opponent a chance to beat you. Pitt in control in set 3.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
Did you say Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
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 Great work.
Thank you. For your insurance and financial needs, Peyton, Nationwide is on your side.
It's Hall of Fame linebacker Brian Urlacher. I've made a lot of big hits in my career, but there's only one man who can tackle the problems facing our nation. President Trump will make America affordable again. So please join me in supporting President Trump. America needs him right now more than ever.
Introducing the all-new reimagined Nissan Kicks.
This is the scene you want to join in Pittsburgh, PA. Attendance record 9650, but they sold every ticket. 11,800 tickets sold for this event. Where are you, 1,800 people? What are you doing tonight?
Maybe they snuck in under the radar behind into the
They're not having as much fun as these
door.
people. They are not having as much fun as these people are.
This is definitely the place to be. I'm guessing campus could hear the thumping and booming of these hits and DJ going.
All right, Peterson Events Center. The sometimes home of Pitt volleyball, about to be the more times home of Pitt volleyball. Outside, Vasquez Gomez with a tip, picked up. Stark with the dig. Jaravicius is getting shut down here in the third. 8-3.
Yeah, not a fun place to be getting those blocks time after time. The third one in a row for Jaravicius, but she's coming in strong. I think try a soft shot, try to get it over the block or push it deep, something new. The last three have been strong attacks.
Need to look for the door in the phone booth.
Exactly.
A phone booth, kids, is a place where there used to be a phone on a sidewalk, typically, that you could step into to either change into your superhero costume or make a call. Another kill for Pitt, who are solidly in control here. The run continues. 5-0, the run for Pitt.
You can see Izzy Stark of Penn State. They're kind of like, let's go, getting the hands going.
Another tough short serve. Merzick off the block, out of bounds. Point Nittany Lions.
Double block there on Merzick, but comes in strong, swings cross body, which wipes it off the block and out. A little bit harder to do on that right side where Jaravicius has been, because she's inside a little bit more. Trying to swipe that, got to do it even more since you got a little more court to deal with when you come in.
Quinn Menger. It seems like Pitt just has all the weapons. You never quite know where the ball is coming from, particularly in transition.
Well, it seems like since our call with Coach Dan Fisher of Pitt, he said they're mostly in front of the setter with the middles, but it seems like in the last couple of days they've really got that slide going down from what we just saw there.
They have won 20 sets in a row to open this 2024 season. Mallory Meyer back to serve again. Off the net, dig by Meyer, then put away.
And that's what Penn State needs. They need those opportunities, put them away. As we've seen from sets 1 and 2, they've gotten them, but Pitt's made those digs and made the plays that's gotten them the point.
Vasquez Gomez, bad pass, she'll get the ball. Can she hit her way out? Hit through the fingertips. Merzick trying to do the same. Pin battle this time, won by Mendelson in the middle. The Ogden, Utah native with the stuff.
There we go, and the fire after. Here, you're down by 4, but who cares? Get the fire going. You get a block, you get a kill. Now you've really got to force it, even if you don't want to. Maybe not playing how you think you should be. Get that energy going.
Doesn't matter, could be a long night if you can get your side going. That off the block and out of bounds. Vasquez Gomez collects that kill. That ball blasted and dug high. Can they get a swing? Yes, they can! Unreal.
Unbelievable. Rachel Fairbanks off the court, pretty much here to the VIP section, these courtside seats. Sets that ball perfectly to Tori Stafford for that amazing back row attack.
Fairbanks again. 12-6. Mendelson kept it alive. Another dig. Pitt relentless. Absolutely relentless. 13-6. Do you take your other timeout?
Nice overhand dig here, and again going to Bree Kelly, and Penn State just not getting there to close the block, and she is doing a nice job attacking.
I thought Panthers were solitary creatures. This is a pack overrunning the Nittany Lions right now.
I thought
another ace.
I thought Panthers like to pounce.
The cat battle being won by the Pitt Panthers. Hail to Pitt indeed, 14-6. 4-0 scoring run, 6 aces for the side. They have had a 4-0 and a 5-0 run in this set, have the Panthers, to lead 14-6. Another tough one down the line at Merzick. Bad set. Coverage is there. Back row. Stafford. Kill.
Stafford coming in from the back, so on top of the ball, it goes down onto the blocker's hands. They're not even up yet to block her, which makes it fly up high and way out of bounds.
The wild thing to me is most of the Pitt offense is down on the ground. Doesn't matter. Here comes Stafford.
Always available and ready.
Another tough serve. Merzick can't hit. Babcock, 1-2, barbecue.
That set from Penn State a little bit low to Mendelson there. Couldn't get on top of it, tried to keep it alive. Right now that connection and rhythm just a little bit off on Penn State's side.
Is this a statement win for the Pitt Panthers?
I think so. I mean, they have come out playing so well in all areas. The blocking, they've been pressing over. Those blocks are straight down. No one can cover that. The attacking the seams, attacking the high hands, deep, short.
This seems like a useless bit of video for the upcoming opponents of Pitt as Merzick finally gets one to go off the block and well out of bounds. 16-7. You wonder sometimes how teams will react to achieving that #1 ranking. Dan Fisher said of some of his players, he said, listen, there's some kids on this team that like the big lights.
Yeah, they love the spotlight, playing in it, and how could you not? Look at this, just embracing it.
The BWOC continue to roll here in Peterson Event Center. The big women on campus are up 17-7.
But I think like with that #1 ranking, as we've been talking about, they've been to the national semifinal the past 3 years. They're just right there at the cusp, wanting to get that game, get to the championship. They've been in the top. They haven't been #1 till this year, but it's kind of like they were like primed and ready to take that over.
Stark with a dump kill, gets him out of that rotation with Vasquez Gomez at the line. Babcock, Kelly, and Stafford, the front row currently for the Pitt Panthers. Long set, inside the block and down.
I mean, the power of Tori Stafford, she is just coming in, and again, double block there, but so much power behind it that it just gets that block. They can't even press over and stop it.
So Cat Flood returns that closer roll, already with an ace in this one. Remember, she went short a couple times last time. This time long and deep. Kill out of the middle, Tremmel.
Nice connection there in the middle, nice set, able to get on top of it.
The white-clad Nittany Lion faithful haven't had a ton to cheer about in this one. It was a brief spurt in the second set around the 10-point mark where that crew was getting going, thought they were in it. Pitt came right back and shut the door on that. Beautiful dig by Grimes. And off the block and good.
Wow, what a beautiful set there from Izzy Stark, all the way again off the court, pushing that set all the way across. That's not easy to do. Perfect height there for Cameron Hanna to get the kill.
Babcock right side, another good touch. Nittany Lion block did the work. How about the offense?
That's the chance. That's the chance they needed right there. Take care of it. Get that point. Go high hands. That was the best high hands hit I've seen from Penn State this whole match. Got the fingertips, and Pitt not able to cover it.
18-11 doing work. A little run for themselves. 3 points for the Nittany Lions. Can they force Pitt to a timeout? Klicka coverage. Babcock blocked, and I think the timeout's coming.
All right, there we go with the high fives, the jumps in the air, the fist pumps from Penn State, and you're right, there's that timeout stopping the run.
You mentioned it. They've been here before, Katie Schumacher-Cawley and her Penn State Nittany Lions. They've been down 0-2 to a big team in Kentucky and come back to finish.
You can see Cameron Hanna got that whole block there. Right hand pressed over, Babcock trying to go angle, but she cuts it off, gets the chest bump, gets the fire up.
Remember, Nebraska hosting Stanford tonight, Louisville at Kentucky. The 500 club, the 3-3 Texas Longhorns are at Baylor. When was the last time anyone said that? Texas 3-3, the two-time defending national champions.
I think it's been a while, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there and how the season progresses.
Yeah, to me, that's a wild loss. It's been kind of a topsy-turvy year. Nebraska gets swept 0-3 by SMU, and inexplicably, someone continues to vote them #1. Whoever you are, you're out. That's it. No more voting for you. You can't be that much of a homer.
Well, that talks about the parity across the country with these teams, like these upsets that we're seeing, beating the top-ranked teams, unranked teams, taking off top 15 teams. Just the talent that we have across the country. The level is just rising. I feel like a broken record year after year, but every year it's just getting better and better.
But a lot of people thought Stanford might have a down year. Meantime, they defeated Wisconsin and Texas. They're about to face Pitt in their new conference showdown, October 20th, another date to put on your calendar. Stanford will be right here, and it might be in this building.
Yeah, some of those top teams, when they're rebuilding, they're not really rebuilding years. They are for them, but for other teams, they would.
It's just reloading.
Exactly.
As Penn State has done, and they've done it now here in the third. They are back. A 5-0 run has them within 5.
You can see Coach saying, cover, cover. Those are the ones that we've been seeing Pitt get up time and time again, missing the last few coverages.
Keeping the pressure on. A service, Penn State.
I was going to say, and the fans are going wild, but it's really only one corner over there of white shirts.
The double timeout forced in a single rotation. Welcome to the game, men in hard hats.
You can see that one, good step to the left for Vasquez Gomez to get that one, but just goes a little too high, rises on her at the end. Not able to get in front of it. And that's, I think, you know, for Penn State, upping that service game. I think we were saying it earlier, but Pitt was handling it just fine with her excellent passing. But right now, keeping that pressure on, able to rattle Pitt a little bit and get these last several points in a row.
It was 18-8 before this run. Penn State, should they win here, they could be #1 for the first time since 2017. Here's a quiz question for you.
Uh-oh.
First time ever Pitt's been ranked #1. Penn State is second at 97 weeks, ranked at #1 in the AVCA poll. Who's #1? Who's been ranked #1 the most?
Penn State.
Penn State's 2.
Oh, they're 2.
Yeah.
Texas?
Nebraska. 108
Nebraska.
weeks out of a 632 polls all time.
That could be why they're still getting that one vote.
No, not okay still, whoever you are. We will find out who you are. We will find out if Penn State can complete a comeback here. They're within 4. Outside. Blasted inside the block of Jaravicius. The run is over.
Well, and Pitt middle block right there. Nice job on faking that one because it left a one-on-one for Pitt on the outside pin there. Coming in strong for Stafford to just crank that in the angle. kind of falling away from it, but she still has more heat than a lot of people out there.
All right, Dylan Griffin. Out of Foothill Ranch, California, that California to Pittsburgh pipeline. Deep corner, hitting Merzick. Hannah didn't get enough. Stafford did.
There's the smiles from Pitt. Stopping that run, getting a nice touch on the block. Again, that's the small play there, throwing that arm out, keeping it alive, and Stafford coming in, aggressively attacking the seam between those two players.
And who was it? It was Dylan Griffin, the serving sub, who picked that ball up. Another on the pin is good. Pitt responds, 21-14. And Nicole Brenna is about to put this one in the fridge, I think.
That second timeout got them going.
Griffin will serve, play that right back position. Already with one consequential dig. Middle, touch by the block, Stafford with defense. Right side, that did touch the block, and it did go out of bounds.
It did. Izzy Stark doing a nice job. Momentum coming towards the pin on the left side, but throws that set back with a bump set. Nice control. Throwing off the Pitt block.
You know what I love most of all about this? I love the community showing up, but the students, near 4,000 students in the building as part of this crowd, supporting the team, showing their pride, starting the Hail to Pitt chant. Yes, please, more of this. Good opportunity for Penn State. In the middle, another dig. Click up. More coverage. That little play doesn't play.
Penn State has a new face in there. Alexa Markley there on the right side, putting up that big block.
Yep, out of Peachtree, Georgia. Big Ten all-freshman team last year.
Trying to get something going to get this momentum shifted back in their favor.
Schumacher Caller looking for a solution here. Bump set outside. That ball will be dug too far. Too little, too late perhaps. 23-16.
Just not getting under some of those hits enough to pop it up to be able to get the set. Even if it's out of system, if it's by that line on the floor, the 10-foot line, can still get something going.
Deep serve, a little too long. Dan Fisher, you wouldn't know his team was #1 and about to win 3 straight again. Job of a coach, as Hugh McCutcheon said, is to be perpetually dissatisfied. Dan Fisher, good job. Right now, good job, because your team has been rolling. Save one moment, dig over, redirect, blocked. Vasquez Gomez, left side. Winner. Match ball, upcoming.
Vasquez Gomez, another strong arm. I know we talk about Babcock and Stafford a lot, but she can bring it too.
For their 21st set victory of the season. Not this time. Second opportunity will come inside out. Tough pass. Beautiful set. Put away!